You're right, yeah, you. Yeah, I'm alright, yeah, you. What are you doing in here, Carol? Nothing, just getting my shopping and everything. Some people will be thinking, what are you talking about? You've got to have seen the Lauren Goodyear interaction many moons ago on Towie. How are we, everyone? Welcome back to episode number 2 of Going Anabolic. Today we're going to run through my ultimate performance Medicheck's blood test results. I got them done in the previous video that will be linked up here. If you missed that, highly recommend you give it a watch because I get my heart scanned, get some bloods done, and also discuss kind of where my head's at and the reason for going back on anabolics. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the ultimate performance blood test, which is probably their most complete Medicheck's test. This is going out on Wednesday the 22nd, so their Black Friday should still be live. I don't know if you get any more discount with my code and their Black Friday, but it's worth a go. The link will be in the description box below. So bloods were absolutely fine. These bloods were taken after over a year of being off the source, completely recovered, natural. So no anabolics present at the time of this blood test, which is good. It's always important that if you are thinking or considering of taking anabolics, getting some baseline blood work is a necessity. RBC, my red blood cell count has been absolutely fine over the duration of however many years that I've been getting my blood work done with Medichecks. For some reason, it came in low. Then I scrolled down and looked at my vitamins. I don't know why. I got a vitamin B12 shot. Some bed shop down there. I thought, yeah, get me involved. I'll have a bit of the vitamin B12. And then I was thinking, this vitamin B12 active was like well over the reading. And then I typed in, is there any correlation between elevated B12 and low RBC? And there is. So maybe that's the potential as to why my RBC was low. I've never had an issue with my red blood cell at all. I donate frequently, but even when I do donate, it doesn't really affect. Not that I've donated and had my bloods done straight away, but my RBC has been absolutely fine. So that's one of them. Red blood cells, apart from that, was fine. White blood cell is all good. Clotting status, good. Kidney health, creatinine at 125. It's always been very elevated, a byproduct of training. You'll notice that a lot of athletes and bodybuilders in general, natty or not, will have elevated creatinine, which can sometimes skew your EGFR. So don't worry too much if those are out. A more accurate reading for your kidney would be like a biopsy or a cystatin C test. Don't know any companies off the top of my head that you could get those done with, but I'm sure an easy Google search and you could get them done. Liver health, ALP, ALT, GGT, all in range. Bilirubin is slightly elevated again, another byproduct of individuals that train frequently in the gym. Proteins were all good. SHBG was at 47. Diabetes, no. Cholesterol in a really good area. Total cholesterol, LDL, non-HDL cholesterol, all pretty good and pretty happy with. You know, my diet, due to the fact that I've been diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, has probably taken a bit of an uptick in terms of like my want and desire to get as much fruit and veg. Although veg, if any of the colitis crew are watching, veg has been like a really big kind of no-no for me. The smallest thing would set me off. I don't know if anyone else who's got ulcerative colitis is watching this. I can't even look at a cucumber anymore without having some bowel issues. Listen, we're all friends here. We can talk openly about it, but I've been really reluctant to have any greens, even things like rocket and lettuce. I can't do it. It just really disrupts my gut microbiome. So I'm leveraging with a lot of fruit at the moment, and that's absolutely fine. It's sitting really well with me. But yeah, cholesterol has never really been in a bad position, even when like I'm on the height of my blast. It was always like an ongoing joke, but yeah, cholesterol has never been in a bad spot. Also take note that for the last year and a half, I've not been taking any direct supplementation like the supplement needs heart or kidney blood pressure stack. All I've been taking is an omega-3. That's all I've been really taking in terms of actual direct supplementation. I have just had my supplement needs order come in for the range for when I'm back on cycle, and we'll cover that. But yeah, all good. CRP inflammation, all good. Iron status again, absolutely nothing wrong there. Vitamins, as I mentioned, vitamin B12 was high due to the fact that I got a vitamin B12 shot. Thyroid in a pretty decent area. TSH, free T3, all good. Hormones. So this is the interesting part that I'm sure everyone wants to get the lowdown on. FSH and LH are in a pretty decent area. So 4.6 FSH, the scale goes from 1.5 to 12.4. So probably on the like mid to low end. Luteinizing hormone, FSH is follicular stimulating hormone. Luteinizing hormone on the higher end at 7.5. Estrogen, good, slap bang in the middle, 101. That's an area, that's something that I will keep my eye on over the duration of these next 6 weeks. We'll discuss dosages, but obviously I'm administering alongside my testosterone some primobolan as well, which usually keeps my androgen to estrogen ratio in a good spot. Testosterone 14.4. So if we click on the graph, my reading since coming off and first getting blood work done have gone between about 14 to 15. I don't know if it's got any higher than that. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 6 nanomolar above what the lowest point of the scale would be. So that's where we're at. If you know, how have I been feeling on that over the last year? So. You know, I've certainly been in a position whereby even 2 weeks on cycle and already feeling and seeing an increase in testosterone, I've felt totally different. But I can't say I've necessarily suffered from any direct symptoms of like low test, not that I can really think of. I seem to have been plodding on pretty okay. That is on the lower end. I would ideally have liked to get it, or would have liked it to be in that higher end, you know, closer to the 20s. Could potentially run some Tonga Ali, but yeah, I mean, 14, kind of hovered between 14 and 15 for the last year. Free test as well at 0.227, and then prolactin at 197. Adrenal hormones, cortisol, autoimmunity, all pretty decent. Even though I have an autoimmune disease at this current time, ulcerative colitis, and that's also something that I'm going to be looking forward to kind of documenting and seeing if there's any improvements within my gut going back on test and primo and growth hormone as well. I was a little bit tempted to see what just jumping on growth hormone would do for my gut, but I'm an impatient bastard and I wanted to go back on, so that's where we're at. Right, that is the blood work wrapped up. Like I said, I'll get these done again in about 6 weeks' time. I don't know if I'd get a full, maybe we should, maybe it's important we do, but I'll get another blood work test done in about 6 weeks' time, and we can see where numbers are at. We can see where estrogen, testosterone is at, lipids as well. I think it's really important to see where they are at. Let's go to the gym now for, this is week number 3 of our training block, and yeah, quads and delts. Catch you in the gym.
Sorry if you can't hear me today, it's a bit uns in here. Week number 3, training week number 3 on back on. Starting to feel a little bit nice. Starting to feel nice. Oh, delts and quads today. So two delt movements is the Arsenal standing lateral 10 to 14. And then with that, I'll try and keep load consistent throughout that whole entire duration of the exercise. And we've got 2 sets on here. And then we'll go into some quad work. Oh. When you're doing last week's top set as a warm-up, it's looking good, Briv. It's looking good. Oh. 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 I suppose you're wanting some updates with how I'm feeling 2 weeks in. Without being too crude, I'm bad. I think this is probably the worst I've been that I can remember in a long time. Probably the last time I felt like this was when I was like peak prep, when Trem was in terms of like libido. It's ridiculous, and it's only been 2 weeks as well, so that's one of them. Strength, I mean, it's still very early to tell, but like just that general feeling of everything feeling very firm and tight and full. Body temp, I'm really, really hot. A couple of nights I've been like really badly sweating during the night. Hope I'm not doing trend. Imagine I'm doing trend by accident. I'm not. test and primo. But yeah, a couple of weeks in, we've got to get some more blood work done on the 6th week. See where everything's at that point. In other news, I'm officially a VQ sponsored athlete. Signed the contract. Signed the contract last week. Had a really good pop-up shop and after hours exclusive event at Bethnal Green Muscle Works the other day. Met the team. Love the team, man. The team are good. Very, very nice team. Fantastic. So yeah, very excited to be working with them. I love the clobber. What I like about VQ wear is I'm a bit of a chameleon when it comes down to gym wear. Sometimes I like oversized hoodie, but then equally I like a tight, short and t-shirt combo. So like the combination of their utility range and some of their athletics range is very, very nice. So from now on moving forward, feel free to jump on the link in the description. This is their hoodie and their trousers. Fucking hell, James, it's an old client of mine, I let him know. You know what another telltale sign is when you're back on? These things feel like biscuits. Miss that feeling. Miss that feeling of just a little pinch in a 20. I'm not condoning the use of non-gammarizing, I'm just giving a personal account of how I'm feeling at this current time. You do what you want to do, it's your life. I have to start doing that in every YouTube video when I disclaimer. What you are witnessing is for educational purposes only. Continuous reps on the back off. Finishing on leg press, I've got rid of pretty much all intensifiers for this training block. I think I'm doing one. I think I'm doing like a 12. It's not even a 12.5 it's a 12.6 on the lat pullover machine downstairs. But I'm not doing any kind of intensifier / metabolic work really. I'm not doing any like 6x4 or 12.5 or 20 reppers. The max I'm probably going is like 10 to 14 in terms of rep range on a particular movement. So yeah, leg pressing twice per week as well using this, hammer strength, and then I'm using the Cybex lever on a Saturday. That's more glute dominant, this is slightly more quad dominant. One set 8 to 10, one set 10 to 14, and we're done. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's mad how little interest you have in taste when you start bulking and how quickly that happens. Very much like Jay Cutler, off-season. Food is just very much fuel at this current time. And then when you start dieting, when you start dieting, you start getting a little bit more experimental with, you know, how it looks. It's just a plate of jasmine rice and 12% fat mince. That's all it is. Then I'll have some pineapple and kiwi. Not really
trying to volumize too much of my food at this current time, as you shouldn't really when you are bulking. Might not look very appetizing, but my mouth's watering. Put some of the Old El Paso. Got it from Josh Bridgman. Old El Paso barbecue seasoning in mint is amazing. But there we go. Second episode of Going Anabolic. If you didn't quite hear me in the gym, I announced that I'm a VQ athlete now, which is cool. Like I said, the team are great. Paul, Big Irish Paul's funny. Mac, obviously Brightman's part of the team as well. Real good bunch, like a real nice bunch. Ruth, Ollie, whole team's good. Whole team's great. Very excited. I think we've got another event in December, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, feel free to have a little browse. Link will be either pinned or in the description box below. I shall see you in the next video very, very soon. Probably be out on Monday. So yeah. Between now and then, if you miss my content, follow me on TM Cycles because I'm active on Instagram, TM Cycles, every day. Every day I'm on there. Right, I'll see you very soon. Any questions about the current setup? Tap them below. Thank you again, much love.